Fernando Mendoza. He made his NFL debut. Okay, so it was launch week for him, kind of like it was launch week for us last week. And we're going to call it a soft launch. Okay, so not his first appearance in a game that counts. And we don't know exactly when that will happen. But the NFL calls it his first ever pro touchdown, and it is a really cool moment. I've seen actually some of former NFL QBs and guys who break down tape already breaking down his tape from his preseason debut. I feel like I have to qualify it. Preseason debut with the Raiders under the lights, and kind of cool to see him lead a touchdown drive.
They put it in the end zone. Try and tie up this game. Mendoza, quick throw. Whoa! And it's caught! The Mandalorian with his first Raider touchdown, and it goes to Jack Bess.
Yeah, really nice. He gets it up and down really quick. And watch how low this ball is. He protects the receiver low and away. Really nice job with ball location.
I have heard so many compliments about this young man and how he's prepared for the NFL. Of course, coming off of Indiana, not just winning the Heisman, but also having the right, having earned his number one overall pick. He goes to a team that desperately needs some stability at that position and a franchise QB, though right now, Kirk Cousins has been labeled QB1 for the Raiders, and it's okay to take it slow. Okay, it's okay. They have been going Mach 12 down the train tracks the opposite direction for the last few years. Really poor hiring decisions, personnel decisions, free agent decisions, and a lot of it has blown up in their faces. And you could trace that back to the leadership at the top and Mark Davis and some of the decisions that he's made. But maybe, just maybe, they're on the right track now. It's kind of sad too, because they have some really amazing talent on that field, and they've drafted well the last couple of years. They just haven't had the right leadership. So can Clint Kubiak and the staff there, they just keep changing coaches, make sure that Fernando Mendoza is ready. Well, here's the neat thing. This guy comes in already mature. He comes in already unflappable. He comes in with so many of the basic skills necessary to make the transition to the NFL. And every time I hear this guy speak in front of a microphone, I am so impressed by his poise and his control, and the fact that not that he isn't emotional and he doesn't have a heart and he's not excited, but he understands that he is on a stage and so many people are watching. And he seems to have that gene that would indicate he's not going to allow his emotions to dictate. No, he channels his emotions into the right place when he needs them. So yeah, making his NFL preseason debut a pretty big deal.
Yeah, first I want to thank God and my teammates and coaches for allowing me the opportunity. Today was an invigorating experience where there's not many moments where you feel fully alive, and on the field is when you feel fully alive, especially in the NFL atmosphere. So I want to give thanks to that. It was great to get out there, get my feet wet. You know, at first, especially the first drive, felt a little sped up because so much anticipation and excitement. However, I feel like my teammates around me protected me very well, and they helped slow me down. And I think it was a good experience.
I'm telling you, every time he steps in front of a microphone, whether it's an interview on the field, post game after the national championship, he is humble. He is open and candid. You hear him talk about being invigorated and feeling fully alive on the field. He's a guy that is comfortable in the pressure cooker, and that's very evident. And obviously, him leading Indiana to a national championship certainly would have been unheard of, say, 5 years ago. And even now, not being a blue blood in football, just awesome. The connection he had with his coach, Curt Cignetti. And so to throw him into the fire and into the pressure cooker. He handled it really well. And a lot of the analysts, even on this Friday, are talking about how comfortable he looks, how he doesn't have happy feet. He's not nervous back there. If he is, he's, again, using that emotion, his vision of the field, his understanding of how the play unfolds, where to look, even if he has to sidestep some of the pressure. And so I'm already impressed. And the Raiders have the conundrum. How quickly do you throw this young man out there? They want to win, of course, but I don't think the Raiders harbor any expectations that they're going to be a Super Bowl contender this year. Maybe they would like to get into the playoffs. They've got a really tough division that they've got to navigate first in the AFC West that had 3 playoff teams a year ago. So it's going to be a challenge. And the Raiders have got to rebuild culture. But he is the cornerstone. And I think just by hearing him, by watching how he handles himself both in front of a microphone and on the field where he is most comfortable, you can tell he's got the skill set. He's got the mindset that equips him to be an elite quarterback. Not at this point, but he's got the equipment. He needs the teaching. He needs the training. They're starting fresh in Vegas, but he feels like the right guy at the right time to handle the weight of that responsibility on his shoulders. And he can learn a lot from a Kirk Cousins. You can say what you will about Kirk. That dude is smart. He's navigated a lot of changes, various different challenges thrown at him in the NFL, different franchises, different voices, various coaches. He's seen pretty much everything there is to see about the business of the NFL and navigating being in a new situation. So he's a great resource for Fernando Mendoza as well. So yeah, we're off and running. A lot more games to come in the next few days. So by the time we get back together on Monday, we may have even more to talk about, though it's still fake football and it's only week 1 of the preseason. We've got a few more weeks to go.